Welcome back to my channel, welcome to today's video. Today's video is another meals of the week where I basically film some of the delicious and nutritious meals we're eating throughout the week, give you the recipes, the how-tos. Most of the meals we eat are always budget friendly, family friendly, baby friendly, but also we love food, so we like to make like really indulgent, delicious food because I don't know, food is the spice of life for us. I love to share my recipes with you. If you do like watching these meals of the week videos, please do let me know in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up or subscribe because that just lets me know you're actually enjoying these videos. I really hope you are. So yeah, keep watching if you want to see lots of the lovely meals that we had over the last week or so. I'm also going to be uploading a baby-led weaning, so meals I'm making for my baby as well, because lots of you are interested in that. Lots of you are also mums, first-time mums, dads, blah blah blah. So if you want to see that, also subscribe. Yeah, let's just get straight into it. I hope you're all doing really well and enjoying the year so far. But yeah, let's talk about food. This was a day I made salmon and mixed root veg for Oren and I. Lawrence doesn't eat salmon, so I just made it for me and baby boy. So basically I always look for these with the 30% off labels. They are little trays of mixed veg. They are seasonal in Aldi, so at the moment it's like mainly root veg because we're in winter. And I picked up some salmon fillets. Now I rarely have salmon, but I have been buying it for Oren a lot more now. What to do first is cut it into chunks. So Oren will have these 3 chunks put in the freezer for him for other meals, and then 1 salmon fillet I will share between Oren and I, just because I feel like it's more than enough to cover me and a baby. So super simple. I put it on top of tin foil. I drizzle some oil on. I don't put any salt or anything on because obviously Oren is going to be eating this as well, but I find it doesn't actually need salt. Cut some potato up to make some chips. I do actually have a chip cutter, which I really recommend, but sometimes it's quicker just to quickly chop 1 potato. These chips are mainly going to be for Oren, to be honest, and I'll sprinkle some herbs, sometimes like Italian seasoning. Today it was rosemary. It's actually one of my favourite herbs ever. And then create like a little boat with that tin foil and put it in at 180 for about 30 minutes, and both the salmon and the potato cooks really well. And the tin foil boat sort of steams the salmon and protects too much moisture coming away from the salmon, and it makes the potatoes nice and soft, which is great for a baby, and that's how I enjoy it anyway. And then with the mixed roots vegetables, so this was squash, parsnip and beetroot, so it comes with thyme. I always add olive oil onto it because why not? And then I add salt because Oren isn't having any of this. Lawrence and I are sharing the tray of root vegetables. Yeah, and that also goes in for about 25-30 minutes, so it all goes in together. Honestly, such a quick and easy lunch idea or a dinner idea. It's also a really lazy one. You can buy these vegetables separately and chop them up, and it's probably, you know, not that difficult, but it's easy enough to do, and it's nice and healthy, and yeah, it's absolutely yummy and delicious. So Oren and I are going to enjoy our root vegetables for our lunch. I crush Oren's salmon up and mix it in with his potatoes, sometimes a bit of Philadelphia if I fancy it. But yeah, really easy, delicious lunch. This is our easy roasted tomato soup. Oh my gosh, so tomato soup is actually much easier to make than you think. I actually saw this recipe on TikTok months ago, and I've been kind of like making it myself but adding my own little sparkle there, as I always do. So get tomatoes, any kind of tomatoes you like. I love the ones that are sun ripened on the vine. Wash them and take them off of the vine, obviously. Chuck the chopped tomatoes into a dish like this, which is oven proof. You can use any kind of tomatoes. I'm just using these on the vine tomatoes. Plum tomatoes work well, the big ones and the small ones, cherry ones, just all tomatoes. Chuck them in. I put a healthy portion of crystal sea salt on top and a good healthy portion of olive oil. A garlic bulb, so all the cloves, like the whole bulb, cut off the top. You can actually buy pre-smoked garlic, which is super duper nice, by the way. But it's really hard to find that in supermarkets, so just get a normal bulb of garlic, chop off the top where the roots normally are, chop that bit off and put it in to the middle, and then I use half a large white onion or brown onion. This is going to make like a big hearty portion of soup for Lawrence and me, so both of us. I put lots of pepper in, like it nice and peppery. Bake that, and this is what it comes out like. So that's been baking in the oven, roasting in the oven for about 30 minutes. To be fair, I left it for about 40 minutes, but 30 minutes should do it, and it was at 180. And the garlic will be really, really nice and soft and squishy. Weirdly enough, this does not make your hands smell for days on end. I think it's because the garlic has been just roasted and it's not been cut at the tips. When you cut garlic at the tips, it actually makes your hands smell for longer. Did you know? Anyway, so smush all the smushy garlic out of the bulb, mix it all together, and then put it in some kind of blender. If you've got a hand blender or anything like that, start blending it together. I then throw some fresh basil leaves in. It's really nice with basil leaves. And a secret ingredient at the moment we're using is Worcester sauce. Just gives it like a nice richness to the soup. It's really delicious. And whiz that up again with the basil. Yum yum. By the way, like, this honestly doesn't take any time at all. Add some water to the mixture. Give it a really good stir. And then if it's warm enough, just pour it straight into bowls. You don't have to add cream, but we do, because cream of tomato soup, it does make it really nice. Now, a little tip for you, this makes an absolutely delicious pasta sauce. So yes, it's tomato soup, but this is literally the most divine pasta sauce ever. We like to use this for filled pasta, so like the buffalo mozzarella pasta that you can buy from Aldi, and yeah, just pour it over. It's absolutely delicious. You can use cream or you can use yogurt. Really delicious. I really recommend it. Oh yeah, I wanted to include this. There's some new coconut yogurts in Aldi. I really like the coconut yogurt, Greek style yogurts from Aldi. They are super sugary, I won't lie. They're really sweet, but I really like them. They're really delicious. I don't do well with like dairy yogurts, but these ones are really nice. Anyway, I saw these filled pots with fruit in, and they looked really nice. And to be fair, it does taste really nice. And yeah, I probably would buy it again. Now we're making my one pot chicken and leftover veg casserole. This is baby friendly. It's so super easy. If you haven't got a crock pot, you can do the same thing with a saucepan on low heat. But yeah, a crock pot is definitely better. Or a slow cooker. So basically I get all the veg that is basically running out after the week, or when we're due to do another shop. So all the veg that's in the fridge that needs using. So I've got some chicken, which I actually got 75% off in the red label section of Aldi. Fab, we love a bargain on this channel. Because I'm making it baby friendly, I am using these very low salt stock cubes, and then Lawrence and I's portion, we just add extra seasoning if we want, but to be fair, it doesn't really need it. Anyway, so you basically want to add your chicken first to the crock pot with some olive oil or rapeseed oil. Gone with rapeseed oil today, so chuck a little bit of that in. To be honest, you don't need much because there's going to be lots of moisture in the dish anyway. And then I'm just using lots of leftover veg. So I always like to add something like a potato, because that is your carb in that meal. So I'm adding 2 sweet potatoes and some normal white potatoes, some leftover tomatoes. Sounds random, but actually it goes really well in the dish. And it's that vitamin C, so good iron absorption, especially for your baby. Some leeks. Leeks go so well in this dish. The first thing I do add to the dish, to the crock pot, is the chicken and the leeks, just for that to kind of cook for a bit first. And then I'm adding rosemary and some chopped carrots and lots of leftover broccoli I have. Slow cooking in the slow cooker is quite good with vegetables. It keeps a lot of their vitamins and natural minerals and things like that in. I add 2 stock cubes of the low salt stock, and I add just over a pint of the stock in there, so it's quite concentrated. You literally just chuck it all in, leave for 4 hours, 3-4 hours on high. If you want to do it on low setting, leave for 6 to 8 hours. I chop up the rosemary as small as I can because obviously this is also going to be feeding Orin, so I don't want any like long claggy bits in there. Pour the stock in and just leave it, and honestly it's such an easy, healthy, nutritious but delicious dinner. You can actually leave the potatoes out and cook the same thing, maybe add some mushrooms and then use it, eat it with rice. It's really nice like that, but I like it with the potatoes. If you are feeding it to the baby, feel free to zhuzh it up in a blender because it is very lumpy. I zhuzh mine up a little bit. He does actually like textured food, but there's stringy onion in there and chunks of chicken, so I want to make sure that there's no choking hazards. But yeah, really easy dinner we had last week, and one that we all really love and enjoy. It makes absolutely tons. The chicken goes a long way, so it's really good value for money. And we freeze loads, so this has been frozen into lots of little batch cooking, lots of little pouches for Orin. So yeah, really good. The next dinner we had last week was leek, mushroom and pea pasta. This is so easy to make, so affordable, so cost effective, and it is literally so luxurious tasting. So yeah, we just grabbed some leeks. So we used 3 leeks for this dish. This dish makes enough for 4 adult portions, like big adult portions. So what we do is we have it for dinner over 2 nights because it heats really well, reheats really well in the microwave. So chop up the leeks and then we fry them off with some olive oil or butter. I add some garlic granules to the leeks because garlic makes everything taste better in my opinion. And I will also add a hock of butter I just threw in there. This is not baby friendly because it's really high in salt. So yeah, it's just for me and Lawrence, but I'm adding a little bit more olive oil because these leeks were actually a little bit just nearing the end of their life, so they're a bit dried out. Yeah, throw some large chopped chestnut mushrooms in. So delicious. You can actually add like sausage or chicken if you want, but the mushrooms for me are really meaty in this dish and just really hearty and delicious. So yeah, chop up some mushrooms, throw them in with the leeks for a while. Do actually add smoky chipotle or smoky chili flakes, and we like it quite spicy. And then throw in like a cupful of petit pois, frozen peas, absolutely delicious. Cook that all together. Meanwhile, you're cooking your pasta. We personally eat pasta al dente, as Lawrence says, so with bite. So it's not too soft, the pasta isn't. You don't need to add any extra water or stock or anything in this. Pasta we make is quite salty, so we don't actually add salt directly to this dish. And then some cream. So if you don't want to use double cream, you can actually swap that out for coconut milk or coconut cream. You can buy those tins for like 20p in Aldi. It works just the same, just a little bit of a different flavour to be honest, and it's really nice. We do that every now and then as well. And yeah, just make sure it's all nicely warmed through. You want to add your cooked pasta to the sauce pot, so make sure wherever you've made the sauce, it's got like high edges and it's wide enough. Stir the pasta in for a little bit. Yeah, super duper easy and simple, really, really delicious dinner. We have this about once a week, and it's like normally a weekend dinner with a glass of wine or a gin. And let me tell you, it's so delicious. We absolutely love it. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed my meals this week. I do this every week now, so follow, subscribe for more, like this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys really, really soon. Bye!